Okay, people, so today we are launching the Entities Builder. And what the Entities Builder does is it reveals the entities that are behind your search queries. So this is really good, excellent, actually, for SEO. And it takes this data from Google Knowledge Graph and data also from Wikipedia. So we have two data sources that we are getting our entities from. So let's go and jump right in and take a look at how the Entities Builder works. So actually, first let me start off by showing you a couple of things that have changed with this Staxio update, because we have updated the menus and the how you navigate inside Staxio. So we previously had the HTML builder here on this menu section, and now we have moved the HTML builder here into the stacks, into the Google Stacks section of Staxio. So it's right next to convert. So now if you want to convert your HTML files, your stacks, and create HTML files from your Google Stacks, this is where you will find the HTML builder. We had to make room for other features of Staxio, and today we're going to be talking about the Entities builder. Okay, so I think this is pretty much what you need to be aware of. Yes, so let's move into the Entities Builder. So how does the Entities Builder works? So first, when we create a project with the Entities Builder, it gets saved into our projects table here. You can see that I have created a bunch of entities already, scraped for a bunch of entities for different projects. So how does the Entities Builder work? So you take a list of keywords. So I have already done, and I'll show you an example of results of the entities behind these keywords. So you paste in your keywords, you give your Google spreadsheet a name, because Staxio is going to create a spreadsheet, a folder and a spreadsheet with the results from both Google Knowledge Graph and Wikipedia entities. We can set the number of total results we want to get data from. So this goes to maximum of 50, I think. Yes, so we can get a total of 50 results from Google Knowledge Graph and 50 plus 50 results from the DBPedia, which is Wikipedia entities. And we can give our project a tag name and color, and then we press the Build Entities button. So I have already created this project with all these keywords. So let me go into the spreadsheet. Let's open the spreadsheet and take a look at the format of this data. Okay, so this is the Knowledge Graph data, Google Knowledge Graph data. So this is information taken directly from the Google Knowledge Graph database. All the data you see here, the result score is not calculated. This number is taken straight from the data that the Knowledge Graph from Google is giving us. Everything you see on this spreadsheet is taken directly from their data. Nothing is changed or calculated or anything like that. So we can see that on the search column, we have the results for our first keyword, which is book. And below, so we have 20 results because I told Staxio to give me, well, I changed it, but I told Staxio to give me 20 results for book, for shop, for restaurant, for movie, for 20 results for each of these keywords. So just below the book is shop, and just below shop is restaurant, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is how the information gets organized. So let's start with book, and the second column, which is name, is the entity, is the name of the entity that Google is revealing related to our keyword book. So actually this is a really good result because book has a good score and is exactly the name of our keyword. That's brilliant. That's perfect result. And Google is saying that it's a thing. Yeah, and it has a description, and it says, book is a medium for recording information in the form of writing, images, blah, blah, blah. So, and we have a link to Wikipedia. Perfect for our book entity. We have the entity ID for book, and we have an image URL also, and image content URL. So this, if I click on this, see where it takes us. Okay, opens an image, and this one takes us to the page of Wikimedia, where the image seems to be hosted, and that's it. And then no, we don't have a URL. Sometimes we get an URL, like here, for example. Dolly Parton has nothing to do. See, so this is. Let's go back to the result score so I can explain why this is totally. Because the result score, you can see it's shaded in from green to orange red, kind of. And so the more likely the entity is more likely related to your keyword, the higher the result score should be, because sometimes it's not. But this is the logic behind the data given from Google Knowledge Graph. Is the higher the result score, the more likely the entity will be related to your keyword. So the lower than this number gets, the less likely these entities will be related to your keyword. So Dolly Parton is nothing to do. Well, maybe Google. It's an American singer, but Google is saying that might be somehow related to a book. Maybe she wrote books, I have no idea. But just this gives us some of these results have a link, a URL, and this one has a link to the Dolly Parton website. And this shade, this graded shade from green to red, orange is for all our keywords. So we have 20 results. So because you can see when we start on the shop keyword, we start again on the green. We'll get back to more examples, but just to show you that this shaded gradient is for every group of 20 of group of results for each of our keywords. So you can see restaurant again from green to red orange, green to darker orange, and so on and so forth for each group of results, 20 results for each of our keywords. And this is the structure of the results. So this result score is where you should focus, and this is what you should be looking for when you're trying to identify the entities that are more likely related to your keywords. Now, we also have the same structure. Let's go to the DBPedia tab. We have the exact same structure as we have here. Okay, let's go into the DBPedia tab. They have different names for the columns, but it's basically the same result. So we have our keyword. This is our search. This is our keyword, book. This is a label. So the label will be like the name. Okay, so this is the entity. This is the entity from DBPedia. And again, a result score sorted from the highest to the lowest, and again on groups of results of 20 results for each. Now we're looking at the exact same information from DBPedia as the information in Knowledge Graph. So DBPedia is, we search DBPedia, and now again we're trying to reveal the entities that are behind our keyword. And in this case, the highest scoring entity in DBPedia is hardcover, right? A bit different. We have also some extra information that DBPedia is giving us, and that is a reference count. And this reference count is the number of references of this entity on other documents in Wikipedia. Because remember, DBPedia is just a database for Wikipedia. It's just a database for Wikipedia. So this reference count is the number of times that this entity hardcover was mentioned on other Wikipedia documents. So, for example, for me, it should be the highest scoring, which is, I don't know what. So this is when we start to understand how messed up things can be a bit with this data. So my keyword is book. This for me, which is the book definition, should be the highest scoring entity, but it's not. It's on position 14 or whatever. But you can see this is the book, right? And the book has 98 references on different documents. And for example, here's another one. Book of the Month Club has 36 references on other documents on Wikipedia. And curiously, yeah, hardcover is the highest referencing document on Wikipedia. It's just out of curiosity that I'm looking at this data. But so you understand what the reference count column represents, okay? And then moving on to the resource column, we have the resource. So we have a link to DBPedia for this entity. For each of these entities, we have a comment. So this, I guess, is like a description, right? The same as in the knowledge graph, we have a description. They call it common. Let me take a look at where's the book? I think it's this one. Yeah. A book is a medium for recording information in the form of writing or images typically composed. So what is the description on Google? A book is a medium for recording information in the writing or images typically composed of. See? Well, very similar. Interesting. And we have extra columns for categories, okay? Which is something that the knowledge graph database does not give us. So we have, for each entity, may have several categories. So hardcover has a book formats category. Paperback has 3 categories: book terminology, book formats, and book publishing, right? Ebook has a bunch of categories. So it says web fiction, electronic paper technology, ebooks, electronic publishing, fiction forms, new media, book formats, blah, blah, blah. So you see in total, and there are like entities that have, look at this one. Let's take a look at what this is. This one has 20, looks like 20 categories. And there are more. There looks like entities because it went all the way to 37. So there is somewhere, all right, yeah. There is an entity with 37 different categories. What the hell is this? This is a movie, a goofy movie. It's a category called a goofy movie. My God. American films. So see how the number of categories. So Staxi is giving us this representation, the representation of this data in a very interesting format for us to use. We can use these categories to format our content, right? To create content and relate our keywords into different entities. So this is giving us a better understanding of what's behind our keywords, like how are search engines and databases trying to understand what we're searching for and how that search and to what kind of information that search is related to, right? So let's look at some more curious details that were very interesting when you look at this information. So book is a really good match because it seems like Google and DBPedia, well, DBPedia has a little bit of a little different interpretation of what the book kind of is, but Google Knowledge Graph seems to have a really solid idea of what the book is. But whoops, sorry. Let's look at the next keyword, which is shop. See, shop. So if we go to shop, the first result, the highest scoring result is Shopee. It's an e-commerce company, right? So, and the next one is Shopify. Excuse me. And then ShopRite, and then shopping. So Google, when it's, for me, what this represents is when we search for shop, it's like the knowledge graph of Google is giving me a corporation, right? An e-commerce company. Do you think that's interesting? And if I go to restaurant, let's go to the next keyword, for example, restaurant. Okay, it's a thing. Very good. Perfect. This is a good, solid, good example of what I would type in and see as represented entity would be of a keyword for the keyword restaurant, right? It's a thing. Restaurant is a business that prepares and serves food, blah, blah, blah. Very good. But then we have McDonald's on the second position. I think someone's sponsoring these results, maybe, I don't know. Texas Roadhouse. Right, funny. What do you think about these results? I don't know. I'm just... Okay, movie. Film, it's a thing. Perfect score, right? So you can see that also take notice of like how the this Staxio, the gradient is changing. So this one changed from 30,000 to see how it turned almost didn't even do green, it turned into yellow immediately. So it's a website, movie 4K, it's a website. So the results, like between the first and second, the results second, third, and fourth, see how it turned already to yellow. So it's very unlikely that just all the keywords, these are entities, all the entities after film are probably less likely to be related to our keyword. And for example, restaurant and McDonald's almost yellow, so maybe not. Shopee and Shopify a little bit more green, but I wouldn't go with these results. But book and Bible, see how it's a little bit more green. So the likelihood of these three keywords or two keywords being related to our these entities being related to our keyword is more likely than on the book with these three entities, more likely related to our keyword than, for example, here on the keyword movie, which we have the first entity being film and the second one being movie 4K. So it's already almost yellowish. So this is very unlikely to be an entity that is related to our keyword. Just to give you an extra detail about how these gradient coloring is working and how Staxio is coloring the cells on our spreadsheet. So I think I'm already talking too much, and I think this is a good introduction into the entities builder and how the entities builder works. So if you guys have any questions, and if you'd like to see, we have more ideas to expand on the features of the entities builder, like a match, like probably creating another sheet which does a match between both knowledge graph and DBPedia, because I think it would be nice to have both result scores from both these databases on a spreadsheet, like side by side, to take a look at these entities and do a match between both. I think that would be very interesting. But for now, this is the first version of the entities builder, and so play with it and let us know what you think. Let us know any recommendations, suggestions for what you would like to see or format this data with. We are open to suggestions from you guys. Take care and have a good day.